Okay, let's get our code situated here. We left off with an infinite loop, so not a great place to leave you hanging, but so I apologize for that. Cademan was absolutely correct. It is picking 20 every time for the barrier spot. And, so I figured that out right away based on his suggestion because I just printed the barrier spot. So you can see it's 20 every time, and so we have an infinite loop here because 20 isn't less than 20, and that's what our door width is. Um, so that's bad. We need to fix that. So I'm going to walk you through fixing a couple things here, and then in the next video I'll post how to get your turtle to move around. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're not drawing barriers in the first few walls, because the reason we're only getting 20s here, you might think like, well, it's supposed to be a random number, so why are we getting 20 every time? 20 is literally the only number that it can pick in this random range, because the range is 20 to 20 based on the math that we've done here. So it just keeps picking 20 over and over and over again, because it's literally just pick a random number from 20 to 20. Because our wall is so small that 20 is the only location it can possibly draw a barrier. And that's not good enough because that's not less than door width. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all this code for drawing doors and barriers in our if statement that makes sure that we are not in the first handful of doors. So we're going to go like this. If I is greater than 4, then we'll pick our door spot and all that jazz. So take everything that's in your while loop and your if else block and tab it inside of your if statement. All right, so that will, let's see, where does that put us? So that makes it so that we draw some things, it skips the inside part of the maze, right? Because we aren't drawing the first 4 walls right at this point. So we do want to draw the inner walls. So we're going to come down here. We're going to make an else that belongs to this if up here. So notice how the if and the else are aligned. The indentation is super duper important here. So if it's one of the first 4 walls, then we'll just draw the whole wall. So we're going to go maze.forward length. Okay. All right, so that pretty much does it. There's a couple more things I want to change though, just to make this really nice. Okay. So hopefully you've got those 2 things so far. So we put all this code in an if, we got an else. The 2 other things, I would increase your door width to be twice as much as your maze width. So we're actually going to do this for real. We're going to go 2 times maze width. So if you want to change your maze width eventually, then the door width will adjust accordingly. If you remember, our maze width actually isn't 20. 20 is how much we're like increasing each time. So literally our maze width is 40 right now. And so we're going to make our door width 40 as well. And now if you want to go around and mess around with the maze width, you can. If you just change that one variable, it'll change all the rest of the stuff and you'll be fine. So do that. And then also go take this line of code, the door spot, and copy it and paste it into your while loop. Because what I found is that if your door spot is too much in the middle and we're on a pretty short wall, the barrier spot doesn't fit anywhere. Or like maybe that's if the door is too close to the beginning. I don't know. But anyway, I ended up getting some infinite loops based on where the door spot was. So if our door spot and our barrier spot are too close together, let's just go ahead and repick both of them so that we don't get an infinite loop. All right, let's try this. And there we go. Looking a lot better now. So now you can go mess around with, oh, there's one more thing, sorry. Um, who was that? Was that Justin that, yeah, Justin's suggestion about the subtraction was correct. Down here, so this, I think this should be the last fix. Down here, this door width, we drew the door first. So when we do our subtraction, we need to subtract that door width up here, not down there. Did you see that move there? So I took the minus door width off of the last part and put it in the middle part. Since we've already drawn the door, we need to subtract our door width in that spot instead. There we go. Now our maze looks really nice, actually. We've got a really nice looking thing going on here. Just had some bumps along the way. Um, and I hope you have had the perseverance to stick with this through all those bumps, because honestly, that's a lot of what programming is, man, I'm really frustrated for a little bit, and I am stuck, and these things aren't working out, and you just got to stick with it and keep trying. So I'm going to end this video, and then the next one will be how do I get a turtle in here and move it through the maze.